case study of spontaneous scratches that appeared on kitchen utensils used by seekers. 1. Introduction. This case study describes the appearance of peculiar scratch marks on kitchen utensils used by Mr. and Mrs. Rajendekar and their family, who have been doing spiritual practice under the guidance of SSRF since 1998. They devote all of their time to spreading spirituality and helping others understand the importance of undertaking spiritual practice. 2. Experiences prior to the attack. All family members experienced an overall increase in distress prior to the appearance of the scratches in 2004. Following are some examples of distress experienced at Mr. and Mrs. Rajendekar's home. Every day they used to perform arti, ritualistic worship done with a lit lamp accompanied by singing devotional hymns that invoke a particular divine principle. While singing, they would forget some stanzas or repeat a stanza again and again, even though the words of the devotional hymns were well known to them. An enormous amount of dirt or grime would come off the floor while sweeping it. They started experiencing severe headaches while washing the dishes. They often experienced irritation building amongst family members without any apparent reason. Spiritual research teams comment, a subtle attack by negative energies is often preceded by increased distress. This can be experienced in various ways. For example, one could be experiencing physical distress like unusual tiredness, body ache, a reduction in one's energy level, etc. Distress at the mental level is experienced by an otherwise unexplainable increase in irritation, negative thoughts, suicidal thoughts, depression, etc. At a spiritual level, one could be experiencing reduced enthusiasm for spiritual practice, obstacles in performing it, etc. Later that year, when a saint, His Holiness Kalidas Deshpande, visited them, he too impressed upon them that distressing vibrations could be experienced in their home. Spiritual research teams comment, saints are able to perceive the spiritual dimension with accuracy. 3. The actual attack. Then one day, while cleaning grains, Mrs. Arti Rajendekar suddenly noticed that all the utensils in the house had pierce marks and scratches on them. She was puzzled because she had not used any sharp objects while cooking nor while cleaning the vessels. She inquired with the other family members, but they too were unable to explain the scratch marks. The slideshow below shows the various scratch marks on the utensils, made as if they had been scraped by a sharp object. After this, Mrs. Rajendekar was severely affected by negative energies. The distress she had been experiencing before discovering the scratch marks increased manifold. She was continually unwell for 3 months. She had severe stomach ache, and could hardly eat. She also suffered from urinary tract infection. At that time her father, late Raja Bau Deshpande, arrived at their home. He also started experiencing a lot of distress caused by negative energies. He perceived the presence of ghosts and he would wail after that. His behavior became quite unusual and erratic. For example, he would have fits of anger and he would bang his head against the wall. He became psychologically unstable, kept babbling about ghosts, negative energies or about anything at all. He would leave the house for long periods of time. He became ill and would not eat much. 4. Subtle analysis and spiritual remedies. Mr. and Mrs. Rajendekar narrated all these incidents to Dr. Jayant Athavale. He confirmed that they were caused by negative energies and advised spiritual remedies like washing the kitchen utensils with holy water, water mixed with holy ash, lighting incense sticks in the kitchen, chanting, etc. He also advised specific spiritual remedies for Mrs. Arti Rajendekar, such as drushta, a ritual to cast off the evil eye from a person affected by negative energies. She was advised to have drushta performed on her by waving a coconut around her 7 times. This was to be done for 7 days. After performing these spiritual remedies, the distress reduced. Spiritual research teams comment, during the ritual of drushta using a coconut, the coconut is usually waved around the person 3 times. However, in this case, the spiritual remedies were prescribed by an evolved spiritual guide. In order to take benefit of an evolved saint's resolve sankalpa for the healing to occur, it is necessary to adhere to the specific advice given by him or her. Black energy, the primary weapon used by negative energies, is black energy, which is a spiritual energy capable of manipulating any process on the earth plane. The extent of this manipulation depends on the strength of the attacking negative energy. Due to the severity of the attack, even today the utensils have pierce marks and scratches on them. However, the intensity of the black energy emitted through them has reduced.